Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof on Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof on Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You are listening to Goof on Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. It is Saturday, June 10th, 2023. How are we? That's right, surprise. Here we are doing a show on Saturday and then tomorrow. There's just too much to not do. Too much. What kind of question is this right out of the gate? Kevin M's going, Richie, whereas the reverse engineering, maybe private companies, the recovery, transport, and storage was or were government, in other words, our tax dollars. Now let's see the goods. Yeah, we also paid for them to keep it a secret. We do not have the luxury of demanding shit and getting it. They never, ever. Things like this, that the government doesn't give a shit what you think, what I think, what anybody thinks. They're going to do what they want for the greater good of the country. They know what's best for you. They know we can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. Oh, when you say it that way. Well, tonight is the beginning of the end for faux whistleblower. Not really a whistleblower. He's not. He's a tattletale. He's a crybaby. He's a what about me and my fame and fortune guy. I don't like him. After all the shit that we've been going through, we get a hearsay story and I'm supposed to be, hey, come on, go with it, Rich. This is great. It is. But let's calm down a minute. All right? This is one guy with a hellacious story where his lawyers had to separate from him because he didn't really agree to everything, I guess, that they said he had to say or not say. I get mixed feelings from why they left. We'll go over that, though. Jeanette Angel, I thought you fell asleep. $10, throwing it out. Super dono. Oh, and Sven did one before the show, which I can't get because it was 2 p.m. And then Jeanette, thank you very much for your continuing support of Goof On every day, pretty much, I think, right? Man, Thank you, Jeanette. It's all love. And Sven, you did one earlier just like that, so you doubled up. So thank you for doubling up on your support today with the, I love that it says 20, but I think that equates to $2 in Sweden money? Sweden? What language you guys speak over there? Swedish? Svendonska? What do you speak over there? Dutch? What do they speak? Sweden speak Swedish. I don't know. Svedensky, I said, right? They speak Svedensky. Let's do a little quick roll call. Wait, did I just see what I think I saw? It is Gigi Abby Lynn making a showing. I was going to say something completely different. I decided to stop. Good to see ya. Welcome to the show. Eggneck Face, welcome to the show yourself. Samantha Morris, the kitty cat, how you doing? Johnny Southside, how to do? Den Bub, how's it go? Glenn Collins and the big band. The Glenn Collins Big Band Orchestra on Sunday nights right after the Tony Awards with Tony Randall. Michelle, howdy do? Diane Bosch, the boss of Goof On. Sven, what do you say, Eddie B? Your mouth ever get tired? Stop it from eating a lot. I don't know, man. I'm not going to talk about it. Josie, UK, welcome to the show. Brookes, Intergalactic Angler, welcome. Diamond Dog, welcome. Hey, Fine Morked. Akashi Chris. How you doing? Welcome. Akashi Kush. I have to say it. It makes me feel good. Thank you. I just want to say that Leo Zagami is this guy here. Leo Zagami is David Grusch? Grusch? Is that what you're saying? I guess I see. That's another reason it's hard for me with chat rooms, because I don't know the context of that conversation. And 9 times out of 10, I think people are talking about me and it has nothing to do with me. Because that's what a narcissist believes. I have to be. I think I am, to a degree, but not a bad one. Right? Hey, Raymond Laurence. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Dr. Disinfect. Good to see you. As a matter of fact, happy to see you. I like this one. This just popped up. Sven throwing down $10. The only reason I know it's the color coordination, the rate, whatever. Thank you very much, man. Sven throwing down a 10 spot, 100 Swedish dollars. Mucho gusto on the super dono, Mr. Generoso. Grazie. Grazie. Appreciate it. And you know, everybody, you know, you can help support Goof On the same way. Kind of makes you feel good to support Goof On, I heard. Because we're so hated. And I don't think we should be hated anymore. I think we should be looked at a little bit differently. It bothers me. Yeah. Not the Scambian and that. I'm just talking in general. The overall glow that we don't have. We should have a glow here. We do a lot of good stuff. We say a lot of good things. And a lot of people realize that, I would listen to your show, but you're just so this or you're just so that. Thanks, Ven, for giving my show a chance and hanging out, supporting it. Thank you. Everybody, yeah, you can help support the show same way. All the links are in the show description. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. And the cup that's the size of my head has nice coffee in it. Today, I took a step back in the health region Wasn't good this morning. Because when I get to a certain weight, and I put this weight on really fast, like I was so hungry sometimes, and it wasn't the weed that was doing it, you know, and I just get done eating and I was starving already. There's no reason for it. I mean, I'm not juicing, I'm not taking anything like that. I guess it was just rebounding from the sickness, but when I hit this weight, 180, when I hit right on 180, my body wants to refund. And then I lose 5 to 10 pounds. But one time I lost 18 pounds in 12 days, 2 weeks. It was the worst. So I hope I don't have a bad night, because usually if I have the morning like I did this morning, it was just one and done. It didn't go on for hours, but it dragged me down a little bit today. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm a little congested with the soreness. Because it was all acid. That's all I'm going to say. It really affected my throat. All right, let's, easy. Thanks, Ven. Mucho gusto, Generoso. Hey, I'm just letting you guys know in case there's a no show tomorrow or the next day. That's why. I'm just letting you know. You know what I really think is happening? Because I quit vaping, obviously, when I was in the hospital for 5 days. It didn't have an effect on me, right? But I've quit vaping for like 2-3 days. It doesn't affect me. I think it's the vape juice. I think it accumulates in my body, maybe in my lung sacs. And then over time, it keeps building up until it reaches the point of where it's full, like now. And I have to refund. I mean, I've been vaping since 2016. 6-7 years. It's a long time. Yeah. 2016. Yeah. It's weird. All right. So you probably heard already that, and welcome to the show, by the way, everybody, on a Saturday night, unscheduled. You can see it. Lawyers distance themselves from Grusch. They are no longer his lawyer. Why? Why did that happen? Well, let's take a look why. Maybe you guys can understand. I'll pull it up so you can read along with me. Whoops, almost picked the wrong one. Hey, check this out. Now, tomorrow, something's going on live tomorrow, right? Aren't we doing a show tomorrow? A live show? Oh, yeah. We are not alone. The UFO, David Grusch, speaks live. So tomorrow we'll be back at 9 p.m. Eastern, 2 hours later than now. Unless I got the time wrong, it says 9 p.m. Eastern, and then and then the replay's on at midnight. But we're gonna go on at 9 tomorrow, and then Monday, Greer goes live at 2 in the afternoon, and we're gonna go live too. See it? What the hell did I just do? Huh. I got the show up. Yeah, that's it. All right. So let me pull up the article for you. It's easier to read. National Press Club. This is an amazing 3 days we got going on here. I know that Michigan UFOs and Paranormal Encounters is doing a show tomorrow night at 8, I believe. I didn't see if Alien Girl's doing anything. I think she is, but we'll check later. I have so many things open, and for some reason, I just can't find it. The debrief. Oh, that's what it's under. Okay. Mm-mm. Oh, really? I'm seriously thinking about taking myself outside and beating the shit out of me. Yeah. This isn't my fault. It's very frustrating what's going on. I could just read it and not have it on the screen, but I don't roll that way. Here it is. Oh, God. Attorneys from the Compass Rose Legal Group, who your mother's got 19 nips. Stupid shit. Stupid shit over here. It's ads, ads, ads. Hi, I'm the debrief. All I care about is money and titles. You gotta have one on like everywhere you go. It's an ad on this fucking website. Attorneys from the Compass Rose Legal Group, who represented whistleblower David Grusch in his complaint to the IC Inspector General regarding harassment. He says he received during his investigation of a supposed UAP crash retrieval program within the Department of Defense. They've issued a statement saying they have ended their formal association with the former intelligence officer. This comes just, you mother. This comes just 4 days after Grusch revealed to the public the supposed existence of what he described as a crash retrieval program designed to collect and reverse engineer craft of a non-human origin dating back at least 90 years. The ICIG complaint filed by Compass Rose on behalf of Grusch alleged that people within the government retaliated against the former UAP task force analyst for his efforts to investigate the ultimately disclose the alleged program of members of Congress. Fuck, I can't read. God. The formal statement from Grusch's former attorneys, which was released on Friday, June 9th, states, Compass Rose Legal Group has successfully concluded its representation of former client David Grusch on matters limited to his reasonable belief that elements of the IC improperly withheld or concealed alleged classified information from the U.S. Congress. The firm filed a narrowly scoped whistleblower disclosure with the Intelligence Community Inspector General and associated personnel matters and had represented Mr. Grusch since February 22. Recent media articles misstate the scope of the firm's representation and include material misstatements of fact pertaining to our representation, which we have requested to be corrected. What does that mean? Recent media articles misstate the scope of the firm's representation. So they made a mistake on how these lawyers are representing Grusch and include material misstatements of fact pertaining to our representation, which we have requested to be corrected. The whistleblower disclosure did not speak to the specifics of the alleged classified information that Mr. Grusch has now publicly characterized, and the substance of that information has always been outside the scope of Compass Rose's representation. Compass Rose took no position and takes no position on the contents of the withheld information. The ICIG found Mr. Grusch's assertion that information was inappropriately concealed from Congress to be urgent and credible in response to the filed disclosure. Compass Rose brought this matter to the ICIG's attention through lawful channels and successfully defended Mr. Grusch against retaliation. We wish our former client the very best in the next steps of his journey. Andrew P. Bakage, Esquire and Charles McCullough. Whatever. So they did their job and they ended. That's all it is. It's not that, I don't think that means anything other than that their work is done here. Time to move on to another client. He doesn't need us anymore. That's how I'm taking it. Dorothy maybe I'm misunderstanding it. Dorothy can help me out there, but now that Mr. Grusch was successful, they'll start looking into, oh, yeah. No doubt, right? Yet now they're, oh, your mother's monkey uncle. Now they're really, everything's starting to unfold. Like, people are really taking their shots now. So let's go through those shots, right? Let's pull something up. Stephen Greenstreet got in on it. Mr. Come on! Shut up! I can't do it. Greenstreet got into the mix now. Let's hear what he has to say. Lawyers for UFO whistleblower David Grusch said they are no longer representing him and want inaccurate news reports corrected. Law firm now refers to him as a former client. We know. Previous news reports, starting with a dubious story in the debrief media, had used the law firm's connection to Grusch to support and augment his claims of non-human UFOs and alien bodies. To say this is one of many red flags regarding this silly story would be an understatement. I should note, he says, I had called and emailed the law firm multiple times over the last week asking them basic questions to no response. I finally called yesterday and asked them to at least issue some kind of response. Then he updates us. Apparently, Josh Boswell and Malt Online some didn't get the memo. In a new bonkers UFO story, Boswell's source states that David Grusch is now represented by lawyer and First Intelligence Community Inspector General Charles McCullough III. Okay. Everybody thinks this is bad. That I see. Lawyers are done. They don't stay with their clients forever, you know. I mean, they could be held on retainer and stuff like that, right? But usually people like to stick with their lawyers, though. You know, and the lawyer gets to know them and their secrets. That's what these guys do. Did Ross Cuckold win the Pulitzer? Oh, my God. I nearly, I yelled very loud when I read this today. Did Ross Cuckold, this comes from Think Tank, and Think Tank, he's like, not very smart. Not very smart. He says, did Ross Cuckold win the Pulitzer Prize yet, or are we still waiting for evidence? This man wrote over 150 letters by hand to people who may have worked on the program. That's a real effing journalist. So, 150. I know somebody wrote 160. My journalist is better than yours. Stupid. It's like saying Ross Cuckold should get a Pulitzer Prize for a story that's hearsay? Are you people out of your Vulcan minds? It's Hearsay. I love you too. Sven threw this down a few minutes ago when I was talking about the love. I love you too, man. Thanks again for another $22 in American money. But that's like $6 to $8 already. And then you did it again. And then he said, I'm not going to look because I think I know what's behind me. So I won't. I'll take your advice. I'm not going to do it. I think Ross Cuckold is behind me. Thanks, Ven. Mucho gusto, generoso. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. But Ross Cuckold didn't do much. He was hand-fed. This was spooned to him. It was gifted. It was his turn. Jeremy Corbell already did something a few weeks before that. Gary P. Nolan, the P's Not for Professor, did something. It was his turn. They give each one of their friends different stories. So cute. Acting like this guy should get a Pulitzer Prize or something. For what? That's like me asking the Cousins brothers to come on my show. No effort at all. They'd probably not, but no, I'm just kidding. But let's not get that crazy. Ross Cuckold didn't do anything. He didn't do any digging, any super hard, intense research to get Grusch on his show or whatever. Give me a break. See how much they love these people? They look at them and worship them, that they can't do wrong. It's a sickness. And I'm on the other end where everybody does wrong. Something's wrong. See? No, and I don't think I'm unfair. I think I do it fairly. Hey, I yell at myself. I call myself names. Nobody's exempt. Not even me. You know? I'm not justifying. All right, so now let's... Oh, yeah, tomorrow night's the live show. That interview tomorrow. Yeah, that's with David Grusch tomorrow. I hate his name. Freaking hate it. Let's see what Ross Cuckold is talking about now. Here it says Grant Levac, who many people know on Twitter, says, I think he's highly credible, Grusch, and his allegations... and his allegations should be investigated. What is wrong with me? It's getting worse. I've been Bidenized. All right, let's take a look and see what Cuckold has got to say after the fact. Here we go.
I got to ask you 10 seconds. Do you believe him?
I do. I think he's highly credible, and I think his allegations should be investigated.
All right. Ross Coulthart, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Good to have you.
I do. I think he's highly credible, and I think his allegations should be investigated.
That is the biggest bullshit answer. Listen.
I do. I think he's highly credible, and I think his allegations should be investigated.
Wow. Wow. What an investigative journalist with such words. He's like, it's like a poet, you know? He's just perfect.
All right. Ross Coulthart.
She's like, all righty then. Way to go, Ross.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Good to have you on the show, and congratulations on the interview.
And congratulations on your ego. It's beautiful. Look how big it is.
And tune in this Sunday.
Yes, my ego is 6.7 pounds.
To hear new exclusive revelations about this alleged secret government program as part of an hour-long special, We Are Not Alone, the UFO Whistleblower Speaks. It debuts exclusively on News Nation at 9 p.m. Eastern. It'll be followed by a live hour of in-depth analysis anchored by News Nation's senior national correspondent, Brian Enton.
We'll be there tomorrow. It's going to be a great weekend, man. This is fun. I love talking about everything. I thought that was another interview with Ross Cuckold. It wasn't the one I wanted. I think it's coming up here. Yeah, here it is. I like what's happening. Don't get me wrong. I can't speak, so just bear with me. I did some heavy thinking, and it hurt. No, but seriously, I want to believe. I do, I really do, but it's so hard. And people who are new to this field, like I'm saying that 5 years or less, you know, they haven't been burnt that many times. So, you know, when you keep getting burned and, you know, you hear disclosures coming and then it doesn't. And then you hear there's evidence and there's none and yada, da, da, da. And that continues on and will never change. That's ufology. It's very hard to stay in this field, which is why you don't see a lot of people with more than 5 years, 10 years on their resume that do what I do, that are in this field. It is brutal. It is the least rewarding job you'll ever have because you're never going to see legitimate UFOs your whole life. And if you did see them, you wouldn't know it. That's how crazy it's gotten. So, you know, we try to look at both sides of the story as any normal, smart researcher or regular person just looking into the field would want to do. But they're banking on just the gen pop. They don't care about us. We know too much. The general population doesn't know enough. This is a way, maybe, and I'm just trying to play devil's advocate, maybe this is the beginning of a disclosure process. Maybe it is. I'm not that close-minded, okay? I'm pretty open-minded. I just like to live in reality. Like, how real is this right now? How real is David Grusch's hearsay? How good was his hearing? Well, then you got to look at the people he spoke to. Greer, Corbell, Elizondo, and you know the rest. All those people believe in their own way, with their own whistleblowers and their own secrets, that we have technology of an alien origin in our basement. We've got it. They all say it because they have to. They got to sell the tickets. Sorry, that's why Goof On is a love him and hate him type of show. People don't like to hear that. I get it. It's not fun. It's not popular. It doesn't fill the dreams that I have every night. You know, I want there to be disclosure. I want there to be aliens, but damn it, if they have the evidence, we haven't seen it. And the next two whistleblowers that are coming out supposedly have the evidence, and we won't have to wait that long. So I am holding out for a couple more days on whether or not I think Grusch is total bullshit or there may be something to his story, because the evidence that's supposed to come forward from these other two whistleblowers, and we've heard it a million times, it's supposed to be the best, right? So when that happens, we'll let you know. It's going to have to be good. All right, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Ross Cuckold.
That's emerged in the past few days is that there is still no proof, no photos, and no first-hand account of having seen these spacecraft.
See, everybody's got it. Everybody's hooked in on it. So now the mainstream media knows this is secondhand. They're all saying the right things for once. This isn't like a normal whistleblower who will say they have evidence. This is a secondhand story where there are no videos and there are no evidence. And then you're going to hear Ross Cuckold say probably, well, there's two more whistleblowers coming out with that. I haven't watched this yet, but I like the fact that the mainstream media interviewer, this lady, whatever News Nation is, I'm going to call it mainstream because they get more views than Fox and CBS News and all that shit. So they're a big player, but let's just hear.
You know, it's very funny, Rebecca. There's a funny double standard here. If you remember, I don't know if you were around at the time of the last Gulf War. I was. And I was being briefed by members of our intelligence community that we should accept the word of sources who were telling us that there were weapons of mass destruction in the Iraqi desert and that Saddam Hussein was making a nuclear bomb or chemical weapons. It turns out there were no weapons of mass destruction, so the media were quite happy to accept the assurances of intelligence sources at the time, unnamed sources at the time.
What's your point?
Here we have an on-record official who, until a few weeks ago, was a very senior officer in the US military at a very, very high level, handling the most sensitive intelligence. He's sworn an oath to tell the truth. He's happily prepared to go to jail if it can be shown he's told a lie. All he wants is for them to call his bluff and take him up on properly investigating what he says is true. So I think it's a bit rich for people to make the claim that there is an issue with the fact that he can't provide this evidence. He's been very, very upfront about that. He said he's not legally allowed to reveal the evidence that could validate what he's saying.
My question is, here's what I'm going to ask you guys. Do you think whistleblowers should not come forward unless they have evidence? Do you think they might? What do you think? Should they just shut up and not say anything, or is it better than nothing? Right? Because you hear from whistleblowers, and you're like, okay, please tell me you have evidence, and then they don't. And then you hear it's secondhand story, and you're like, well, this guy sucks. He's got nothing. So we got nothing. Yeah, this is a broken record, and you're going to keep hearing it with every single whistleblower. But like I said, with these next two, and I'm going to give them this one chance. This one chance. And that's it. Because I have heard so much bullshit over the last couple of years since Lou Elizondo flew in and left and flew right back out when it got hot. Prick. Fat fuck. I hate people that do that. They cause a lot of shit and then they leave and won't pick up the pieces from everything and all the lies and all the bullshit. Multiple personality disorder guy. What the frig was I just talking about? Now I can't remember what I was talking about. Man, I don't even like hearing my own voice. Something's going on. I don't like me anymore. I don't think I ever have.
Documents, reports, photographs that he's been allowed to see because of his security classification.
Well, so
but because you and I don't have a top secret clearance, we're not allowed to see it. But he's saying the committees in Congress that do have those classifications should now ask for that information, call those witnesses, and convince themselves whether or not he's telling the truth.
Right.
No shit, Sherlock. But why come out with the story? Everybody knows why. Guys, it all has to do with Greer and his disclosure project on June 12th, Monday. That's why they rushed this out. Really, they're not going to tell you why, but that's why. They wanted to give the public a week or so to get acclimated to Grusch. And now that everybody's aware, hold on, what time is it? It happened 38 minutes in, at 39 minutes. I just heard a whisper. It sounded just like this, and I couldn't understand it, but it sounded like this. As I'm talking, I hear it in like plain as day, like somebody was talking. See if it pops up. Maybe something happened. I don't know. So weird, this house. Sven, throwing down a $5. You're a billionaire, he says. And I have proof, but I can't just show you. Oh, you don't have to, bro. Just put $1,000 here. That's like a dollar to you. If you can put $1,000 up here, I might believe you're a billionaire. Now, let me tell you, if you send 1,000, I only get 600 of it. So if you want to do that, maybe send it to PayPal or Cash App. I need a billionaire. Somebody that would pay for this show, traveling, going all around, meeting people, doing real research. How much fun would that be, Sven? Come on, be my guy. What do they call those sugar mamas? No, I don't want a sugar mama. Be my manager. Thanks a lot, Sven. I had to get back to work. Mucho gusto, generoso. Try to keep it topical. I'm just trying to keep things topical. Here we go.
Right.
Whoa. I didn't know it was over. Some people are saying, thank God. I'm one of them. Not much is happening, right? Here we go again. Mr. Grusch assertion, da-da-da-da-da. Everybody got in on it. I'm just looking for the other people that said, oh, here, I wanted to play this in 9 seconds. Here we go.
We have had a huge reaction to our exclusive interview with David Grusch, and we've heard from several officials who have in fact verified that Grusch is who he says he is and did in fact have top secret clearance with the government program on UAPs or UFOs. But not everyone is convinced by what Grusch has said in his whistleblower complaint, and it's important to hear from them as well. Science writer and conspiracy theory debunker Mick West is one of those skeptics, and he joins us now. Mick, thanks so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You take issue with several parts of David Grusch's story. Let's go through them one by one. The first is when Grusch describes the unknown materials that he says were making up this non-human aircraft. Let's listen to what he said.
That's sad.
Why do you know it's exotic?
Based on the very specific properties that I was briefed on, isotopic ratios that would have to be engineered for it to be at those levels, but also just extremely strange, heavy atomic metal, high up in the periodic table arrangements that we don't understand, what the emergent properties are. But
I mean, this is so funny to watch because he doesn't have a clue. Yeah, I know he was a part of the UAPT, whatever, task force, whatever. But he's talking as if he's worked on this shit. Like, yeah, we got all this, we got this, we got that. He acts like he owns the place. That's what bothers me as well, is that not only is there no proof and that this is a secondhand story from a guy who's listened to Greer, Corbell, and Elizondo for the last few years tell him all these things. Oh, yeah, there's all this secret technology. Well, boom, secret technology, Grusch says. Oh, yeah, tons and tons of UFOs. There's, crash retrieval programs. Oh, I'll tell you all about them. Boom. Next thing you know, crash retrieval programs. Who told you all this? Greer, these guys, Greer, Elizondo, Greer. I mean, fine, I get it. But even Greer doesn't have that proof. Fudge. You're not a billionaire, okay. Well, what do you have to tell me for $20? Thank you very much again, Sven. Sven throwing down the billions as if. Mucho gusto, generoso, Sven. I'll give you one of these tonight. Which one do we give him, Ben? Ben, I'm over here. Ben, over here. Yeah, what are you doing? No, you're kidding. You're a funny guy. Get back to work. Well, thank you, Sven, for all the Swedish money. Yeah. Good. All over Sweden. I don't know what I just did there. Sounded like Ziegfugel. Ziegfugel? Zimag? All right, let's continue this story. So he acts like he's, really knowledgeable about imaginary things that aren't even available to the public to see, taste, touch, feel, and barely yearning. I still want my flying car. It's supposed to happen over 23 years ago.
But there's just a very strange mix of elements.
Oh, yeah, we got a very strange mix of elements. Yeah.
Mick, what bothers you about that answer?
Everything.
Well, there's 2 points, really. One is that he claims that they have intact craft, and they actually have the bodies of the pilots of those craft. So you would think things like actually having alien bodies would be much more significant evidence of there being aliens. But the other thing is the analysis he describes, the isotopic ratios and the structure of heavy elements, is stuff that's been part of kind of UFO mythology for a long time. And these are actually not things that cannot be duplicated on Earth. Isotopic ratios are just a mixing of 2 types of metal of different isotopes. And the strange structures he's referring to quite possibly refer to a bit of bismuth and magnesium that has been floating around in the UFO community for a couple of decades. And it's quite possibly just a bit of an industrial slag or something like that. So these aren't actually new revelations. These seems to be very much just part of essentially UFO mythology, kind of repackaged in a semi-official format.
You have also noted that Grusch received permission from the Department of Defense to do the interview with us. Let's listen to that part of the interview where he says that.
Have human beings been hurt or killed by a non-human intelligence?
While I can't get into the specifics because that would reveal certain U.S. classified operations, I was briefed by a few individuals on the program that there were malevolent events like that.
Okay. That wasn't actually the soundbite that I was calling for. He does say, and he shows us permission from the Department of Defense to give the that interview. What bothers you about that permission?
Everything.
Well, the DoD, when they clear things like that, they're not actually checking it for accuracy. They're just saying it doesn't actually reveal any secrets. So he's making claims that are quite extraordinary about, say, decades-long programs of reverse engineering that are kind of involve kind of this worldwide conflict and conspiracy that really seem like they would actually be secrets and they wouldn't be things that you want to be released. And the things that he's been told that he can release, like he gave a story to a French paper about a UFO that was recovered in Italy in the 1930s and then transported to America in the 1940s to be analyzed, and they've been analyzing it for 80 years. That is something that would be a secret, and yet they've told him they can talk about it, which kind of, to me, makes it sound more like it's not actually something that's true. Things that are mistakes are not classified.
Yeah.
No, not that it's not true, well, or that it turned out to be not what they thought. See, that's what I think. That's the kind of evidence that is going to be shown to us. So when we expect to see the evidence from the next 2 whistleblowers, expect it to be like flares or a dot or a FLIR video again. So there really isn't anything. Mick West isn't saying anything wrong. Not at all. He's just accurate because we really haven't had anything. I want to thank Rebecca, the Wild One, for $3.69 on PayPal a little bit ago. I forgot to mention it. I think you sent that in the afternoon, like 3:45. And it says, oh, I almost read it wrong. That Grusch all over Tesla frequencies, portals, and blessings. That was nice. Thanks, Rebecca, if you're still here. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support on PayPal. Mucho gusto, generoso. And I might as well hit these. Bernie, with throwing down the love like you always do. Thank you for the super dono. Mucho gusto, generoso, Bernie. Thank you. Views with the Z for £2 2 quitter. Quid-er. When I am alone, are the aliens with me then? When you are alone, are the aliens with you? Possibly. See, you want to know what I really think about the aliens if they're here? And you may not like it. A lot of people may not like it. But I think for real, and I'm not joking around, I think we are in a zoo, more or less. And the extinction level events that we have are them wiping out the zoo. Just like you would an anthill or, termite mound or something. Watch them rebuild it. See if they come up with any new ways of creating, inventing. And that's what I feel humans are. I think we're a game to them. We're an exciting game of Sims. So even though our life is real and everything we do is real, I don't think we'll ever leave the solar system. I think we're stuck here. If we do leave, we ain't going anywhere. Not with the technology we have. But even if we do go to speed of light, the aliens are always with you, bro. I think my point is they watch us all the time. Okay? And they may even adjust our futures and things like that by interfering. Who knows? Who's this? Hey, Mr. B's Truth Seekers, $20. Holy smokes, thank you for that. Mr. B, that's pure love. It is a super dono. For those who don't know, a dono is a donation with no sticker or comment. Dono. Thanks for the 20 spot. Mr. B throwing it down with authority. Whoa. Oh. Sven. What are you doing? What is that, 50? That's got to be more than 50. How much? That's 100? That looks like 50. Sven, what happened? Did you win at the track? What happened? You're a billionaire too? Everybody's a billionaire. That'd be great. So I guess the government... Oh, you're not here in the U.S. I was going to say those... It doesn't matter. Thank you for... I don't know what to say. Thank you very much, Sven. Your support has been unbelievable lately, so thank you for that. And... man, huge. Thanks. Goes right back into the kitty. Thanks, everybody. I am having an issue here getting things moving. I can't get... All right. All right, are we done with... No?
Yeah, but isn't the biggest issue here that all of Grusch's story is based on secondhand information? He didn't actually see the aircraft. He didn't actually see the alien remains. He was told about them or read documents about them, he says.
Yeah, that's a huge point. He's not someone who worked on any of these programs. He said he didn't see any photographs of it. He's not actually seen these things. He's talked to people. And we know there are people who think they've worked on programs. There have been people coming forward for many years. It never actually amounts to anything. And it's quite possible that people have become convinced that they're working on programs like this simply because reverse engineering programs of crashed things are actually real. In 1978, Canada and the US did a joint program to recover a crashed spaceship, which was actually a Russian spy satellite, the Cosmos 954. And they took the remains and they took them to a secret location, something like Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and then they analyzed them and they reverse engineered them as needed. But that would have been top secret. That would have been a highly compartmentalized program.
Exactly.
And you could very easily see how people working on a program like this could come to believe that they were actually working on UFOs.
So you don't believe David Grusch's story, correct?
I don't think what he's saying is accurate. I think it's quite possible he's believing what he's saying, but it's quite an incredible story that really needs some actual verification, and I'm hoping that's going to be coming soon.
I'm just curious, 10 seconds. Do you believe in UFOs? Do you believe in the possibility of UFOs?
I believe that UFOs are a real thing, and we have unidentified flying objects. They're probably things that are both a combination of mundane things and foreign technology. I don't think they're aliens, and I don't think they're doing anything particularly amazing. The video evidence really doesn't stack up, though.
All right, Mick West, thanks so much for coming on. It's important to get all sides of the story, and we appreciate you coming on to do so.
All right, not bad. All right. Something started playing. All right, I'm going to get you guys fired up. As you know, Greer is coming out with a movie, The Lost Century. Oh, it's out now. Anyway, it's out now. So if you guys want to check that out, here's the trailer to give you an idea. Giddy up. Yeah, I just noticed. Sorry. Yeah, I haven't done that in a while. See, when I play a video, it automatically mutes you. And what I did, I unmuted myself while the video was playing with the few seconds left. And then it put the mute button back on and I didn't know it because it was still playing. I've never seen it do that before. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. All right, here's what Mick West posted today. He said, I screenshot this from the debrief article about former ICIG head parting ways with whistleblower David Grusch, severing a leg of credibility for his claims. The debrief's high end density led to an amusing juxtaposition of text and images. The whistleblower disclosure did not speak to the specifics of the alleged classified information that Mr. Grusch has. We already did all this stuff. Why are we still talking? I don't want to talk about Grusch anymore. I don't want it. I'm done with it. Now, the UFO that supposedly landed in this kid's backyard, this story's getting worse and worse. Oh my God, it's awful. Just awful. This kid definitely hoaxed. This is a joke. The crashed UFO that was, look at this. Crashed UFO recovered by the U.S. military distorted space and time, leaving one investigator nauseous and disoriented. When he went in and discovered it was much larger than out, attorney for whistleblower reveals. They had a guy go in it. I'm not talking about the kid. I'm talking about this. They had a guy go in it, and it was the size of a football team, while the outside was only 30 feet in diameter, Sheehan said. Yeah, I meant to show you this earlier. Isn't that convenient, guys? Isn't that just convenient how technology works? Yeah, you can walk into a 30-foot UFO, and once you're in it, it's the size of a football field. How? Oh. It doesn't even make sense. Unless it was just done with, trickery. Never mind. It was a hoax. James Fox says the officer who reached out, check it out. This comes from Paranormal Chris on Twitter. All right. The officer who reached out is now leaning in the direction that the kid, not fellow officer, is lying. Made it up for attention. Knapp said he was going to check it out, so I'm sure he'll have an update soon. I'm going with hoax. So people are now calling this hoax. For sure. James Fox did an update.
Southern Nevada is abuzz tonight with stories about the crash of an unknown object and the alleged sighting of strange creatures in the backyard of a Northwest Valley home.
So it was last night that 8 News Now investigator David Charnes reported about how Metro Police responded back on May 1st after receiving a strange call from a very frightened family. Well, our report generated a global response, and now piecing together the sequence of events has been kind of tricky, in part because the primary witnesses have been almost as elusive.
I know, we saw that already. I wanted to make sure. Sometimes they look the same. All right, let's look at some UFOs. Have you ever... This is from that UFO chick. What's that? Sven, it's your birthday today? You're 57 today. That explains it. That explains everything. Dude, it's your birthday, and you're hanging out with us. I don't even know what to say, except that is really, really nice that you're here with us, and I feel responsible for your happiness now. So with that being said, happy birthday! Come on, everybody, let's sing happy birthday to Sven. Even if it's not his birthday, it feels like it.
Happy birthday
to Sven, everybody.
Happy birthday to
57's almost 60, holy.
Happy birthday to dear one.
Toe Jam 1. Happy birthday to second verse, it's different than the first.
From good friends and true.
That's us.
From old friends and
oh yeah, you got old friends now, buddy.
May good luck
go with you. You do got a few more years. Happiness too. Yay, 57 for Sven. Happy birthday, stranger. Nah. Good for you, man. What's that? Sven, happy birthday. 57. Rich remembers that 20 years ago and looks, yeah, right? Yeah. Goof on, it's mine. It's your birthday? No. Josie, you should have said something. Now I have no choice. I don't have the video up anymore. I took it down. I'm sorry. Let's give it up for Josie, too. Come on, Josie. 72. Holy shnikey. Josie.
Happy birthday to
happy birthday, Josie UK.
Happy birthday to
You're with friends and family.
Happy birthday to dear one.
Toe jamming. Happy birthday, 72. Wow.
From good friends and true.
Hey, that's us over here.
From old friends and
oh, you got some old ones, I bet.
May good luck go with you.
And happiness too. Yeah. Happy birthday, Josie UK. She's 72 years young today. Happy birthday, everybody. She looks good for 72. You don't look a day over 50. 54. I'm joking. I barely know you. I don't even know you. I don't even know who is Josie. I'm kidding. Josie looks great for 70. 73, 73, 72, sorry. Hey, ooh. I don't want to say the wrong numbers. I know the ladies don't like that. All right, I got this other sighting I want to show you. What a fun night. Friday birthdays, hoaxing, and stories we've been talking about for 6 days in a row. All right. So here's the UFO. This is the very famous UFO sighting. And this is from the UFO chick from Twitter. She visits here every now and then. But let's take a look, shall we? You know this one. This is the best one ever.
To come by. Oliver's Castle, Wiltshire, 1989.
There's a couple of lights down there somewhere.
This controversial film appears to show strange objects hovering above a cornfield. Below, complex circle formations appear.
You hear the people screaming too. Remember that? I remember that one. That was fun. Yeah, I think that's a hoax. Yeah, I don't think it's real. All right, here's one. We're just going to look at some very popular UFO sightings that were debunked, but people are still posting them today as legitimate, like this one.
Clear planet that is right north of the sun. And wow, I would love to say it was the moon, but since the moon happens to be right here on the opposite side, there's no way it is. And since we all have been taught in school that Mercury.
Yeah, Mercury. See, people just don't, like, it doesn't matter how many times this lady probably went outside and looked at the sun and saw something similar in her viewfinder. But now that you know that everything's all about UFOs now, she had to go ahead and put this out there to tell everybody that Nibiru was coming by or something like that. It's a very good one, too. You can see another one up here.
And Venus do not show up. Oh, just look at that planet just beaming and shining right now.
How stupid do you have to be to think that that's another planet? But Rich, it looks like it, doesn't it? So you mean to tell me she sounds like she's older, like 50, 60-ish, right? So you mean to tell me after all these years, she wakes up one day and now all of a sudden Mercury or Venus is showing up in the sky? See, that's why I don't. People are just looking for attention. She did. She got it. All right. So look at this. This is another one. So the aliens apparently wanted contact with the Las Vegas family, this post says here by some Nakakura Selj. His family made too much noise, so the alien fled and went looking for the other family. He captured footage of the UFO flying away, which he did not. That's a lie, as you can see. First, the light across the sky over Vegas was a meteor. Second, this video also shows a meteor taken Buenos Aires in July 30th, 2015. And this guy here is trying to say that he captured the UFO leaving. And then thirdly, as already exposed in my timeline, this Twitter account is just clickbaiting with tons of BS. Isn't it amazing how people try to, they try to coattail along some sort of viral video by making little videos on the side that you just make up another story and say, hey, the kid actually filmed it flying away. Here it is. It isn't. And this clickbaiting account should rename their nonsense package Explained Videos. Just exposed others in the timeline. This one was exposed in 2018, a fake video by CG artist Gilberto Aguilar. So this is another one. The last couple videos I showed you, all lies. Here's another one. And this one was fun. This looked good. Wait a minute. That's not the whole video. I thought he was going to show the whole video. Fuck. Forget about it. All right. So the Today Show failed to ask the really important questions to Scott Kirkpatrick. Is it Scott Kirkpatrick? the Arrow guy. They want to know, what is Australia doing about UAPs? My question is, why do we care what Australia thinks about UFOs? Why? I never once in my mind, in my brain said, God, I hope Australia has a UFO sighting tomorrow. I mean, they need it. They haven't had any action over there since the flood, the great one. Well, Kirkpatrick is doing his best to answer these.
Your map, have you, as Arrow, partnered with international agencies and authorities for reporting to yours?
So that's a great question. I want to expound on that just a little bit.
Expound.
I have just held our first Five Eyes forum on this subject.
Listen to this guy.
I think it was, or earlier this week. I don't know. Dan was there, and we have, we've entered into discussions with our partners on data sharing. How do they do reporting? What kind of analysis can they help us with? What kind of calibration can they help us with? What can we help them with? And we're establishing all of that right now.
Well, let me tell you, he does not want to be there. Can you sense the disdain in this guy's voice? It's like, show that you care a little bit, Kirk.
And they're going to end up sending their information and data to us to feed into the process that we've laid out for how we're going to do all of this. Beyond that, I have not had either the time or the bandwidth to do, and that's why I would look to NASA to expand the scientific and academic relationships that they have across all of our allies and partners on how can we bring them into the fold. That's where I think there's a lot of benefit to NASA taking lead on that.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's not nice at all. Not nice at all. It's that time. You know, it's been 2 weeks since Into Thin Air did a video. Still nothing. I just don't know if he's okay. I mean, I haven't heard from him, but we'll have to reach out to the big guy. We've been going over the Mika Hanks program, the crash retrievals of non-human origins, and I'm going to continue. I found a good portion here at the 33-minute mark. I think you guys will enjoy this. And if you're not, I tried. It's going to take a second for it to pop up.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Uh-oh. They took it down. They took it down. Hold on. That was weird. Oh. I think a PayPal came in. It is! Oh! Can I say? Jan? Sorry. Jan. $10 on the PayPal. Hey, thank you very much. I really appreciate that on the PayPal. I really like your last name. I'm not going to say it, but I wish it was mine. Thank you very much. It didn't come with a message, but it's pure love. And I can't tell you how much that means to, thank you very much. And that will go right back into the kitty. Hey, the kitty. Everything goes right back into the show. Sven's 57. Oh, yeah, we got that already. That was fun. That was a good time. I can't believe they got rid of that. Oh, here it is. It just popped back up. How weird.
right now. So, yes, it does play a major role. And my hope is that with this article, we will encourage others like Dave, even if they haven't filed anything, even if they haven't talked to Congress, just others with knowledge of these programs to speak to us, whether it be on the record or off the record.
Yeah.
We hope that more will come forward, and that's really what's going to build the momentum even more, even further.
Ralph, before I come back over to you, Leslie, I want to ask, have the two of you spoken with others right now who have not agreed to speak on the record yet, but who have knowledge of similar programs?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we both have, and I've been doing that for years, Micah. I mean, I think it's a really important message to get out there to people, is that they can read this article, but they need to know that there are so many other people with the same level of knowledge. And we've spoken to them, and other people we know have spoken to them. I mean, a lot of the insiders have a network, and they all speak to these people, and they're out there. So it's not just one or two or three people. It's many people, and for various reasons, they can't go on the record, whether it be because they risk losing their jobs, or they don't want to face retaliation, or they don't want to break their security oaths, whatever it is. But those people are there, and they confirm everything that was in our story today, and I think people really need to understand that.
Indeed. But again, I'll point out that, I mean, in the past, there has been so much reporting where out of necessity sometimes, and even though as journalists, the three of you, we've certainly talked about this a lot during our phone calls, we always want to try and bring a source, on the record and try to convince them of the importance of being able to do so. But out of necessity, often in the past, they have not been able to. That is something that's truly significant about this article, and I hope it marks a new direction in both the reporting and also in the revelations, I guess, that we are seeing about this topic. But coming back to you, Ralph, there are the critics who will say,
here we go.
This article doesn't offer us any explicit proof of the kind of claims that are being made about these crash wreckage retrievals. Now, that's a significant point, but is it also safe to say maybe that some of those critics are missing the broader point of what this article is really addressing? Ralph, what would you say to those critics?
Well, we've had critics all along. It was some very legitimate, others who, have an axe to grind against us, and we take that as it comes. But look, a lot of this world is still classified, properly or improperly. You can argue it back and forth. Probably, in many ways, properly, because it involves some national security matters, high technology, earthly adversaries who are struggling for the same technology. So we understand that. But so we can report up to the point where we can get it on the record and confirm it. And of course, there are going to be critics and say, well, they didn't produce this and they didn't produce that. But we have to adhere to our standards. And we know a lot of stuff that we haven't put into the...
Oh, the critics. The critics, they didn't produce this. They didn't produce that. Oh, sorry, the critics just want a little bit of evidence to back up the story that there's alien bodies and alien UFOs here. What is it that these people don't get? How many times do we have to keep hearing a story like this without evidence? Don't get mad at us. We have every right to demand it now. It's been too many whistleblowers with nothing. Shut up, man. Unbelievable stupidity out of Ralph Blumenthal. Stupidity. He acts like this just started. No, it's been going on for decades, man. We're fucking tired of this shit. Now we're here saying whistleblowing stories? What are you freaking kidding me? Jag off.
The articles, because we haven't been able to confirm it to the point where we can get it on the record. So there are always people on the internet who are sniping, and it's a great thing about the internet. It's free. Anybody can say anything. But we adhere to our standards.
What does that have to do with anything? The internet's free. What an asshole face. What a dumb comment. Oh, the internet's free, so you can say whatever you want. That's Ralph Blumenthal for you.
Well, they didn't produce this and they didn't produce that. But we have to adhere to our standards. And we know a lot of stuff that we haven't put into the articles because we haven't been able to confirm it to the point where we can get it on the record. So,
or you don't have anything. If you have evidence and you want to confirm it, say it while you're showing us. Here's some evidence. We haven't backed it up yet, but we wanted to show you. We're not saying this is the UFO. We think it is, but we still, why can't they do that? You know they have something. They've definitely gotten video. They have gotten video. What am I listening to?
So there are always people on the internet who are sniping, and it's a great thing about the internet. It's free. Anybody can say anything. But we adhere to our standards, and we're very rigorous. And we have good editors, like we have with you at the debrief, who want to see, and properly so, all the documentation and proof of what we're writing, what we're saying. So we just keep our eye on the balls and look straight ahead and report what we can. We know a lot of stuff that we don't report, but we can't make everybody happy. And we've seen a lot of comments on the internet. Oh, they didn't say this, they didn't say that. But we say what we can say, and I think I'm happy to say I think it's worked out so far.
No, it hasn't. Now, I told you that was a good one right there. That was a good piece of interview right there. Sorry. They have no choice. They have to say those things because they got nothing. And they have to make it sound like they're working their ass off to get it too. They barely put anything into it. I'm telling you, if they treated this like it was a full-time job and they actually worked those 8 hours a day instead of 1, they would get some stuff done. They don't, they're limited. Everybody's hands are tied. That's trying to get real good evidence. Nobody's going to get it out to the public. The only way it's going to come out is the way that, what's that guy's name? Burchett? The way Tim Burchett said, somebody's going to have to break the law and just do it. And just say, I've got it. That's it. Now you have to find mainstream media that would pick it up. You don't need it. You want it, but you have the internet. And there's several people you can go to if you have really good evidence that you might want to trust. If you have anything that's really good, you could always come to me. I won't tell anybody. Unless you want me to, then that's different, Yeah. It's a weird weekend. What time is it? I'm just looking up stuff here. I want to see if there's anything I'm missing. I feel like that's it. I think that's it. That's it for tonight. Yeah, it was an unexpected show. I don't want to keep going on if I don't have anything else to say. So we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back 5 days after that. So I don't want you guys to get sick of a goof on here. So we'll end it. It was a lot of fun. And I think tomorrow I'm going to have you guys, if you want, join in the show. So we could all talk about it. I got to start doing that. I don't know why I get away from it. Having you guys come on. We should do that once a week. And then we should have a round table show or something at the end of the month too. Aren't we going to do something at the last Friday? What was that? Can't even remember. What's that? What are they? What do you mean, what are they? I don't understand. What are they? What are what? Oh! Come on, everybody. Give me a Saturday night special. The Crop Circle song. What are they? What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What are they? What are they? Why are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean? What are they, everybody? Are they harbingers of world change? Secrets in the field. Are they harbingers of world change? Secrets in the field. everybody.
Secrets in the field.
What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What are they? Why are they? What do they mean? What do they mean?
Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the field.
I like this speed.
Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the field. Are they harbingers of world change?
Look at them.
Secrets in the field.
Secrets in the field.
Secrets in the field.
This is better. Look at him jam. Whoa, man, this guy's killing it. All right, guys. How about we give you something special to look at before we go? Let me pull up some videos. And we're going to go back a few years. We're going to go back to when everything was shut down. Everything was a ghost town. Everything, you know, is over. Wait, look at this. What is this? Look at this. Look at this. Don't go. Look at this. What am I doing? I think I was making a video.
Is it go? Hey, Rich. It's Jaime Mozan. I'm looking at for you doing this from the UFO con in San Francisco. I still here partying. I mean, they know how to throw a real party. This place is fantastic. Look at the scenery outside, Efe. Anyway, tonight's gonna be a good night for you. You got the show. You're gonna show the ISS, let me see, space station. You're gonna make it, explain what happened, right? Oh my goodness. And then, Rich, oh, my mustache, it's so hot up here in San Francisco. And then we're gonna look at humanoids. The humanoids started all the way in Mexico, where I am from. And I want to say that the humanoid is real, Rich. It's like a wish or an entity from another civilization, but the video evidence you will see, my friend. Anyway, I just wanted to say aloha from, what is it, mahalo? Or they just say hello in San Francisco. Hey, hello, Rish. And don't forget to crack open the nose. Everybody like a nose. My hair is itchy today. You got a head and shoulder? Oh, we gotta go. Hey, Rich, glad you got to see me. I love Goof on Radio. I'll see you in a little bit. Hey, adios.
Now you know why you never saw that video. I've got a bunch of weird things like that. Yeah, a lot of funny things like that never made it. Let's see. Here's one that's funny. Oh, let's see what this is about. Let's go back in time. Oh, see you later, Sven. Thank you. Sven, take care, man.
As I get bounced around. The video's about going to the supermarket, the grocery store.
Hey, let's take a look at what. Nah.
Hour, and we've got some massive rain.
Who cares about that? I want to show you something better. Ding 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 ding. All right, no, yeah, wrong video. Here we go. This was when everything was shut down, I believe. Hey, shut up.
This is the 101. The 101. Here we go, and we're heading east towards Scottsdale, but we're not going to Scottsdale.
Why?
Between right now these two mountains here.
Where are we going?
It's going to be just as empty.
Hey, did you see Camelback?
Distance here in a second.
See this here? This is called Camelback Mountain because it looks like a camelback. Everybody knows this mountain, and we all climb the head. Right there. But it's several mountains. It just looks like a camelback.
Looks like a camel. It's in between right now these two mountains here. But this is very, very encouraging. There is no traffic. This is like 4 a.m. traffic. Absolutely empty.
Closed. This is when the lockdowns just started.
Upper middle. Reason to speed. I mean.
And they said you shouldn't go out.
Funny. I would be scared shit.
Okay, so right here in this area, is the Dreamy Draw Dam that supposedly buried a UFO.
Well, that's the youth of America. I used to drive that way when I was a youngster. Shit, I don't care about that. I love this part. Will be. Wow, these people are flying. Because I see a state trooper behind me. 3, 2, 1. Giddy up. There it is, right to my left. Wow, I saw something weird. Oh my God. Oh, Sylvester Stallone's house. We'll get that on the way back. Coming around. Let me widen this out for you. There we go. All right, I'll be right back when we get close. Oh, never mind. Phoenix lights. Follow the freeway.
I want to get to the better parts.
Slow down for.
All right.
Where do I go?
Here we go.
Airplane, wait.
I'm gonna let it play.
All right, yeah, this looks familiar. I'm keeping an eye out for Indian art and my alien star buddies. Star people. We don't call them aliens. We don't like aliens. We call them sky people. Oh, is that right, Harry Carey? Yeah. You can call me Will, because you're doing Will Ferrell's impression of me. That's fantastic. All right, here we go. 1 mile to Sky Harbor Airport. 1 mile to Sky Harbor Airport. Find your lane and keep buckled up, folks. Monitor your speed, please. We're coming into a highly dented. That's right, we're coming into a dented area. That means lots of people, cars, trucks. 3,000 feet. 40. I'm kind of curious what might happen to me. Here's the sign. Sky Harbor International Airport, where everybody goes somewhere, but everybody's nobody. This is wild, man. Close
closed all this down. Look at this. Terminal 3. Whoa, this is wicked. I feel like I'm in an apocalyptic world. Here's the airport. They've got airplanes out there. There's the tower. Oh, right behind that sign. You want to go to Hawaii, JetBlue, Spirit, Sun Country? There's the tower. That is a beautiful tower. This is all new. They made a new airport, believe it or not. Wow, this is kind of cool, man. I don't want to pay for parking though. So what are we gonna do? That's north. Cell phone lot. What? Cell phone lot. And there's no traffic. Parking lot's always full here. Phoenix Police Airport. Yeah, that's right. Remember that, Kevin? Cell phone. I've never heard of such a thing. Terminal 3. Yeah. Check out the airplanes, guys. United Airlines. Let's open this up. I am zigzagging through here. I gotta tell you, this is a... I don't want to pay for parking. East of... Here we go. This is cool. Departures, arrivals. Yeah, I gotta hold it because I gotta point things out. So don't yell at me. But when I'm driving 50 and 60, I put this up. Terminal 3 parking. Shoot, I don't know if I want to go in, to be honest with you. I mean, do I really need to? That would be kind of cool, though. I think I might just pay for parking. I'm gonna pay for this show. Here we go. I've got 18 minutes of video right now. Nuts. Terminal 3 south. So I wonder if departures 4. I'm gonna stay with 3 and see where this is badass. If this isn't cool as hell. Oh wait, what's that? Oh, I don't know what I just did. Wow, this is wickedly confusing. There's nobody there at all. So cool though, man. I love the architecture. This is badass. Wow, look at this. Usually it's crowded. This isn't the coolest thing ever. You gotta wait in line. Airports, people. This is unbelievable. Oh, there's that smell. Ooh, that smell. I want to hear it. Can we park or? People are waiting for rides. There's nobody here. This is unbelievable. Nobody's here. You can see inside. Nobody. It's completely empty. But I want to get in here. Is there any free parking anywhere? Okay. No free parking. $15 is the minimum. So Rich isn't going. I don't know where I want to go, man. Let's go straight and see what happens. Oh no, that takes us to 24th Street. We want to stay in here, don't we? I want to go around the airport. Look at that airport. Sorry, guys. Oh, I almost crashed the car. What are these, spikes? Yield here. Unidentified. Flying object. I kind of want to go around. Unidentified. Unidentified. I kind of want to go around again. Unidentified. Flying object. Boom. Chink. You know? Chink. So let's go back. Just take one more swipe at this place.
arrivals, oversized vehicles. This is so cool.
Flying object, flying object, flying object, flying object, flying object.
To the airport. Not really much I can say. We're gonna go to 24th Street. That is that.
And remember when I went to the hospitals, as was said in the chat room, the hospitals supposedly had 3 to 4 hour waits, and then when I got there, they were empty. Yeah, that was fun too. I should pull that up. It's kind of weird, nobody at the airport though. Very, very scary. I should have got out and walked around. But I didn't have the $15 at the time. All right, let's pull up the hospital run. The hospital run. Was that in March? I believe that was March of 2020. Here we go. Huh. Oh, remember the grocery stores being empty too? Right. I think I found it. All right. Yeah. All right, let me pull this up the right way then. Here we go. Is that it? Should be it. It's not, though. In May. I thought it was in March when that happened. I could probably just pull up the show. It'd be easier. Huh. Oh, there's the balloon test. That was good. Doing the balloon with the drone. Here we go. All right. Oh, I went out again? How'd that happen? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, that was when I caught the ghost going by my front door. I'm looking at it again. I want to see. Oh, that's right. That was when my camera moved at home and nobody's at home. I'll have to show you this video. The camera moved all on its own. Not right now, though. All you see is the camera move back and forth. Not the action. You see what you're looking at moves. All right, I thought I had that here. That's my first drone. Well, this was good. Here, you can take a look at this. A few more minutes left. This was at my parents' old house. There's no sound with the drones, so I'll have to, no. All right, play that one. Hey, what happened to the video? That's weird. It looks grainy. It shouldn't be grainy like this. Come on. No, I'm not gonna sit here with grainy video when it should be sharp as fudge. God dang it. Come on, internet. Let me see if this is it. See if that stops it. Maybe the music's the problem. This is terrible. Come on. Fucking A, man. It's always something. Right? I'm going to play another video and see if it happens. It didn't happen on that video. Oh, it did. So it's got to be my connection. Something's going on. Always something, guys. It won't even play. Now they won't even play. This is terrible. June of 2020. Here we go. I reset everything. Here we go. It's not working. I'm just going to play it. It'll work itself out. Told you. Let's go. Come on now. Let's go up. 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 That was boring. That was boring, that one. I thought it was going to take off and go someplace nice, but it didn't. That's it, guys. I want to thank y'all for hanging out. Moderators, super chatters, newcomers, and veterans, thank you for spending the time tonight. You were all very generous with the love and everything, man. You guys are the best. We'll be back tomorrow night. I believe tomorrow's show is at, let's see, 9? What time? Yeah, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. It's the special presentation, We Are Not Alone. Grusch Speaks. He's coming out again. All right. We'll see you tomorrow night at 9. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have some fun. I don't know. Tomorrow's show may only be 2 hours. I don't know. But we did it again. Oh, my God. We did it again. Truthology for ufology. All right, we'll see you guys. Have a great one. Be safe, be kind, alien bless.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life.